Hi there. Welcome to the Bob Klondike Show. I am Bob Klondike here on Public Access Channel 37A. And I'm really happy tonight because I actually have a guest for the show. And, my guest is an expert on Hertzner Gravina. And he's written a book, as a matter of fact, about it. If you could just tell me the title of the book, we'll find out more about it.
Bosnia or Bust.
Bosnia or Bust is what I heard, and that is the title of your book. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
My name is Dr. Karl-Heinz Heitzkopf. I was educated at The Hague, Sorbonne, Oxford. I'm presently on sabbatical leave from Chico State College.
We hit pay dirt tonight, man. They've got a distinguished guest. Well, welcome to the show. Now, you've written a book called Bosnia
or Bust.
Or Bust. Now, why don't you tell us what this book is about?
It's about the alarming tendency in the modern world to reduce all populations to their smallest components.
I see. Can you give us an example?
Bosnia-Herzegovina is one. The former Russian Federation is another. What was once a large country is now several small countries, many of whom endeavoring to be smaller yet.
I see.
And Africa is heading in the same course, with countries saying, no, this country is too big, we want to be this country.
I see.
So instead of having one large country, we now have 8 or 9 small countries, and that is going to keep going.
I see. Well,
until we have countries of 4 or 5 people. If that many, if 5 people can get along.
So to follow that logic, that train of thought, what would one of those countries be? I mean, what would the name of a country be with 4 or 5 people?
Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. You could guess that.
So, now, how long have you worked on this book, Bosnia or Bust?
I only started several years ago because that's when you could tell, if you watched, that the trend was not toward mega powers anymore. It had become as big as it could be and was going to fade away. Hawaii, the 50th state, was about it for that, for countries gathering more. And now they discover the more you have to take care of, and the more people have to get along, and that doesn't work. So they're going back to the old tribal ways.
I see. Well, this is just fascinating. Now, how much time did you actually spend in Bosnia, Herzegovina?
Well, I wasn't there when it was Bosnia-Herzegovina. I was there before it reduced itself to that. You see.
Yeah. So you were not.
So I was never actually. I was in Bosnia-Herzegovina, but it was not at the time Bosnia-Herzegovina.
I see.
Or Herzegovina.
Okay.
Or however you want to say that E.
Wow.
Govina.
I'll be happy when they do change it to Bob and Carol, Ted and Alice. It's easier to pronounce. Now, let's open it up to our audience here in the studio and see if they have any questions for you, Doctor, about your book, about this wonderful theory you have. Any questions at all? Take your time. I'm not going to go anywhere till you come up with a question.
What about California splitting into 3 states?
This is a very good question right here. Among the many questions that were all shouted out at the same time. What was the question?
What about California as 3 states? Well, the popular, of course, is 2, Northern and Southern California. But if you think it over and look carefully at all of the, for example, just weather maps, there are a minimum of 7 separate and distinct areas of California. Why should they all clump together and be California? There's no reason.
No.
And people are now realizing this, and they want to split up. Instead of 1 state called California, let's have 7 or 8 states named different things.
Right.
So instead of 50 states, we would have approximately 370.
Wow.
Because all the states would do that except the 2 Dakotas who have already done it, and the Carolinas, which have split a long time ago.
I see.
And West Virginia, which is sort of slid off.
Any questions over here? We don't want to ignore this part of the studio audience. Oh, well, here you go.
Will inbreeding be a problem?
The question was, will inbreeding be a problem?
No more than it always has been.
Thank you for being on the show, Doctor. Appreciate it.